sometimes the loss is still so huge and deep. Times like now, a warm, sunny, lovely Friday morning. I've been feeling so pleased all morning as I go around the house doing laundry and saying silly things to the dogs, and I'm puffed up with that pleasure, the headiness of it, since it's so hard-won. Always lurking in the back of my mind, there's the consciousness of the pain, such pain and the loss that my husband and family and I have endured these past 2 years since August died. I guess that's a measure of how far I've come in this process of grief, or maybe how far I still have to go. A really, really good morning still makes me goofy and proud of myself, because really, really good moods and good moments still aren't the norm. Even though we have a lot to feel really, really good about now, such as this little girl named Pearl, who's sleeping in my lap, her loosely clenched fist pressed against her cheek in the contemplative pose she often adopts in sleep. She has a little faux hawk, a tuft of hair right on top of her head that I call her Eternal Flame, since it's reddish and wild, jaunty and ridiculous and wavy, and will not lie flat. She's my daughter, my second child. She was born right here at home, on the floor between our bed and the bathroom door, in an explosion of energy and noise for me, screaming and hyperventilating as I pushed her out, and light from the row of bulbs above the bathroom mirror shining down on us, illuminating the moment of this miraculous girl's entry into this miraculous, terrible, beautiful world. Born right here at home, just like I wish her brother August could have been. Born alive and healthy, just as I still so often, so fervently wish August could have been. Her emerging personality delights me. She's hardworking and spunky and mostly easygoing, but she knows what she wants. She expresses her thoughts and needs in definite terms, short, loud yells that sound like an indignant "hey!" or soft, cooing sighs when she nurses that sound as if she's saying, "Oh, this is so good." And I keep wishing I could have gotten to know her brother the way I'm getting to know her. He died at birth while I was pushing him out. Sometimes I still question my decision to birth him naturally, because a C-section was the last thing I wanted, but if I'd had one, August might have lived for a minute or two. We could have seen him and held him while he was alive. How I wish I could have seen him alive. Seen those bright sky blue eyes of his open on their own, instead of having to open them myself and feel shocked by their clarity and color, and forever after wonder if I'm misremembering their exact shade of blue. After all, his sister Pearl has eyes of a much darker, more blueberry shade. Surely August's weren't quite so bright blue sky as I remember them being. I think they were, but there's no way to know. I saw them once only, and only for a moment, never again. Caring for this new second baby, Pearl, has consumed my energy and attention, my time and emotions. I haven't thought about August quite so much since his little sister was born. I still think of him every day. I expect that will never change, but now I think most often of this new baby girl. But then mornings like this come along. I was going along feeling so glad and so pleased to be pleased, and then something made me Google a woman whose first baby was also stillborn at 41 plus weeks of pregnancy. I read her blog from time to time. Why did reading it again this morning seem like a good idea? I don't know. Suddenly tears were welling up and spilling over. Snot was dripping. I was trying not to sob out loud, not wanting to disturb Pearl with my noises or my shaking, quaking body. The sadness, the loss, the grief, missing that first baby boy, August, wishing so hard and so futilely that he were here now. All of it is still so huge, still so deep. Even when I forget for moments at a time that it's still there. A wound I will always carry. A person we love who will always be gone. Motherhood for me is inextricably bound with loss and is so much harder than I ever expected. But it's also so much more beautiful. As hard and beautiful as a diamond prism, and as painful as staring through that prism straight at the sun. So compelling and dazzling that I can't look away, but the longer I look, the more it hurts, the more I cry, and the more permanent damage I sustain. For me, that is being a mother, being infinitely richer and more broken all at once. Thank you.